So, tell me a little bit about this movie of yours. I've been reading up on it. It sounds pretty exciting.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a very exciting movie. It's basically modern day Romeo and Juliet between the West and the Middle East. It's a story between an American man who falls in love with a young Arab woman, and he decides to propose to her back in her hometown in the Middle East. But over there is a corrupt police that creates an incident and accidentally kill her. So, because they're scared of the international backlash, they decide to frame him for murder. And in jail, he starts a quest for justice to prove his innocence. That's gonna turn into almost like a spiritual journey.
Wow. And how did you come up with the idea for this?
Well, it was initially a dream. In fact, it was something that I dreamt of, to be honest. And it was I have a notebook where I keep all of my ideas and thoughts for films. And I remember when I wanted to write my scripts, and this is my first feature, so I was like, what could I use? And this, to me, was a great idea. It was starting from that main incident that I had dreamt of. I was like, okay, let's develop this more, and eventually, I came up with a feature film.
That's incredible. And tell me a little bit about the people that are starring on this. It sounds like you have a really great cast too. Mickey Rourke. I mean, come on, you can't get any better than that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have a cast from all over the world. We have Mickey Rourke, a Golden Globe and BAFTA winning actor. We have Eric Roberts, who is an Oscar nominee. We have Patrick Kilpatrick, Richard Tyson, Luis Mandylor. Our lead actors are actually Sean Stone, who's the son of Oliver Stone, but also an extremely talented actor, and Sarah Alami, who's the first Palestinian American who gets to be the lead role in a studio released film. Um, so I also have as a lead actor Lafouine, who's a big French rapper. So if you ever go to France and ask people on the streets, do you listen to rap? They'll say, yes, I like Lafouine. He's the French Jay-Z, basically. And so,
Oh,
um,
wow.
and yeah, and he got on board because he really liked the project. It wasn't something where, I actually was very lucky to get introduced to him through a friend. And I told him, I would love to have you in this film. And he learned English for the role. He actually did on his own expense, because we were able to afford him because he made a lot of efforts for us. And he practiced with a coach for 3 months because of the project, and it was really cool.
That's amazing. And how old is he, if you don't mind me asking? He sounds like he's pretty
Uh,
young.
I, I don't know. I think he's in his 30s, maybe 40. I'll tell you right now, actually. Sorry.
No, I'm
That's the
just
good thing about
curious
doing a Zoom
because,
interview is we have access to, he's 38, so late 30s.
oh, okay. All right. All right. What do you say about people in their late 30s? I happen to be in my almost late 30s.
Oh, you too? Okay, I'm also in my late 20s slash almost 30.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you, by the way. It's just like I could joke. I feel like I
Oh,
could joke with you already. So
oh, sorry.
no, I just feel like I could joke with you already because you're a fun person. So
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I definitely can joke. It's something that my fiance likes to make fun of me for my English mistakes sometimes.
oh wow, wow. And did he do any rapping in the movie, or do we have to be surprised about that?
Yeah, you'll have to see.
That's
Well,
great.
to basically put it this way, he doesn't look like Lafouine right now. He transformed physically for the role, and I'm saying that with honesty. Like he grew a beard for the film, that because it wasn't something that I asked him for, but he actually did that on his own. He said, I want to be as authentic as possible. And he grew a beard. He did really a lot of work for us, and I really appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, this guy is definitely going places because you don't hear about that very often. I mean, you hear people losing weight, gaining weight for a while, maybe growing a beard, but learning English and doing all this.
Yeah.
This guy is definitely sounds like he has the best work ethic I've ever heard of. That's incredible.
Yeah, and he was a great, person to work with. It's definitely different to work with everybody from, Morocco, France, the US. But I definitely appreciated his work ethic and looking forward to do more.
That's great. And what would you say was the biggest challenge about making this movie?
Well, I would say, one of the most interesting thing is that we shot between two continents. We shot in LA and we shot in 5 cities in Morocco. So it's a very international movie. We even had on set 4 languages spoken at all time. Like we had English, obviously. Sometimes, well, the crew is Moroccan in Morocco, so we spoke Arabic and French. And then I also, part of the film was shot with a Spanish GP, so I speak a little bit of Spanish, so I was able to, communicate with him if English wasn't working. But yeah, I mean, it was just fascinating because people from all over the world came for this common project, and they put it all for this vision. And I think it could be fascinating, but it's also definitely challenging because we have moments where we had a very limited resources to us available to us, so we had to make it work. And sometimes with the stress and the communication and things like that, it could be challenging.
Wow, that's incredible, though. I know you speak all 4 languages that were there, correct?
Yeah, I speak French. French and Arabic are my mother tongues, and then English and a little bit of Spanish. I used to be more conversant in Spanish, but I think I lost some of it.
That is amazing. I mean, you're so young and being able to do all of this, that's pretty good. And you too, in addition to the other gentlemen, I think you're going places too. And I think we're going to see a lot more of you all over the world.
Well, I hope so. And look out for the next project because it's going to be something very exciting that I can't tell. Like, I can't wait to tell you about.
Yes, well, we'll have to have another interview when that comes. But right now, we'll just stub that
Yeah,
as super secret project.
definitely. Yep.
That's what we usually
And it's
call it.
actually, no, go ahead.
I was just saying, that's what we, every time someone says that, that's what we call it here at TV Grapevine. We call it the super secret project. Everyone says something's coming up, but we can't tell you right now. We're just like, super secret project.
Well, it's a super secret project, and it's very interesting because it is about a super secret mission because it's about spies and things like that. So
Wow. Okay, so that's perfect for this. Yes, and we
perfect.
definitely have to meet up again and talk about that. And what would you say
Yeah.
was your favorite memory about filming this?
Hmm. Well, people don't necessarily know it, but I did propose to my fiance on the last day of filming of my film. So that was it was a huge challenge because it was the last day of filming. That was the hottest day of the summer of 2018. It was 120 degrees in LA. And we were filming, obviously we were going over time and things like that. And I was trying to surprise her, and I brought all her friends and family to the set, but I didn't want her to have any suspicion. So she was visiting me. Long story short, she lives in New York. I live in LA. So I brought her to set, and I told her, just invite your friends to come hang out. And they did. But then I was trying to make it work so that it would be the last thing that we shot that day because I gave her a little cameo. And then I walked on set when she was doing her scene with
You
it
make me
was,
cry now.
oh, I should probably send you the video of that. That obviously is one of the most favorite moments for me on set.
That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Wow. And obviously she said yes. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
when's the big day? Or have you not decided yet?
Yeah, we were thinking about doing it next year. Like I said, she lives in New York for her job, and I live in LA. So we've been doing long distance for a bit, and we were trying to wait to reunite for the marriage. And that was supposed to happen this year. And we were thinking, all right, we'll do it 2021. But now with the virus and everything, and we were thinking maybe we'll wait a little bit. But it's okay because we're together forever. So hopefully it's not going to
Yes, exactly. That's a beautiful love story. That's
Thank you.
wonderful. And I wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thank
And
you so
other
much.
than this super secret spy project, what else are you working on?
Well, mostly this. I mean, the film got acquired by Lionsgate, Grindstone, and we're currently preparing a 2021 release. So that takes a lot of work. We have a lot of things to get figure it out first in terms of deliverables. But we're also, still selling the movie in other territories, and we've got some offers from, various countries in Europe. But my goal is for the movie to go everywhere. So hopefully, we'll be doing a lot more of that in the next coming weeks. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, this plus the Super Secure project, those are basically my two main projects at the moment.
Nice. And what I like to ask people I interview is to tell me a fun, surprising fact about yourself.
Okay, fun, surprising fact of myself. Um, okay, I got one. When I was 6 years old, I sang in front of Michael Jackson.
How did that
And not,
happen?
yeah, and that's a really cool story. It was in Morocco, and he came for a concert or a show or something, and then I was supposed, the hotel where he was staying, my mom actually works there. So all the employees had their kids come to meet him, and they took them on a tour, but I couldn't get on the bus. I was left out. So I was crying. I was so sad. I was like, I want to see Michael. I want to see him, because I was a huge fan of him. And then my mom was so desperate to make me happy, so she actually begged the manager when they came back. They were like, please, let him go to his, room with a couple of other people who were left out. And we went, and I remember my sister, who was a little older than me, she saw him and she said, hey, Michael, he has something to tell you. I didn't even speak English back then. So all I could say was I was humming that song, They Don't Really Care About Us. So I just said, but he loved it, he hugged me, he took me in his arms. I was very happy. It was really fantastic.
That is adorable. And I bet you made a wonderful memory for him as well.
I don't know. I hope
May
so.
he rest in peace. But yes,
Yeah.
that's incredible. That is absolutely amazing. And it had to be a great moment in your life as well.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's something that I'll always remember. And yeah, I guess, it's funny now that he's dead, like it won't, not the same, because I'm always like, oh, but one day I'll meet him and I'll tell him. And I'm like, well, too late now. And that's always a little sad to know.
Yeah. And good for your mom for making that happen. That's incredible.
Well, yeah, my mom would do anything for me, so she's like a champion.
That's wonderful. And since we're also a TV site, what are you watching on TV these days?
Oh, I got hooked on the TV show on Netflix. What's it called? Shoot, so funny. Oh my God, why am I blanking? Oh, Mindhunter. Yes, Mindhunter. I was,
Nice.
yeah, I love that show because I actually don't watch TV shows that much. But at one point, I was trying to work on a script that revolved around serial killers. And I was told, oh, yeah, this show explores the psychology of serial killers. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And yeah, I really liked it. And, David Fincher, I'm a big fan. And the 2 seasons, I heard they were like indefinitely pausing the show, which is kind of sad because they were supposed to do 5 seasons and they stopped after the second one. So I hope they'll resume someday.
I hope so too. Yes, it's a good show. Anything else you're watching, or is that pretty much it for now?
Yeah, I usually watch movies more than TV shows, and I've been really not. I didn't have that much time these days because of the film projects that I'm working on. But I try to explore the Netflix library, and I mix between some old stuff like Dazed and Confused or Gandhi, but also some recent movies like the Spencer Confidential, obviously. But I like all sorts of movies. I'm looking forward to Tenet, obviously.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your all-time favorite movie?
Okay, I would say I don't have one, but I could say three.
All right, go for it. Your
I
top
have
three.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think that's just definitely a big like emotional roller coaster. And then Shutter Island, and all of Martin Scorsese's films. I love Martin Scorsese. And then maybe A Beautiful Mind, I would say. Yeah, those are three
That
big.
one is amazing. Beautiful Mind is incredible. I remember we
Yeah,
went to see it when I was in college, and we were all like, the entire time. It was
I
so
know
good and so well made.
it's such a beautiful character-driven story, and like the fact that they use all of that. First, you don't know if it's a condition, and then you find out slowly like the reason why he has these visions and stuff like that. I remember I was scared watching it because I saw it first when I was very young, and then I saw it again. Um, it's great. I just love the acting, the directing, everything. It's great.
Good. And anything else you want to share before we end the interview? Anything for your fans or anything?
Well, thank you so much. It was great talking to you. I hope that you guys will get to watch the film soon, April 2000. Well, yeah, we don't have the exact release date, but it's going to be early 2021. Check out our Instagram page, Nightwalk Movie, just for more info and to look at our behind the scenes photos and cool anecdotes. And yeah, stay tuned for the super secret project that's coming out soon.
Thank you so much. Be safe, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. I
You're
look
very
forward to it.
welcome. And thank you as well. And be safe and have a good night.
All right, you too. Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.